What I'm not doing this year, a simpler approach. Hey, Mama, welcome back to Business, Babies, and Burnout, the unfiltered podcast for mamas building businesses without burning out. I'm Cece, a mama digital business mentor and burnout survivor. Today, I want to talk about something a little different. Not what I'm doing this year, not what I'm working toward, not what I'm adding, but what I am intentionally not doing. Because for a lot of mamas, burnout does not come from lack of ambition. It comes from trying to do everything at once. And January especially has a way of convincing us that if we just plan better or commit harder or optimize more, then this will finally be the year everything clicks. But here is the truth I have learned both personally and professionally. Simplicity is not a lack of discipline. It is a strategy. And this year I am choosing a simpler approach on purpose, one that protects my capacity, one that honors the season I am in, one that allows me to build without burning out. So today, I want to share some of the things I'm not doing this year and why. Not as rules, not as advice you have to follow, but as an invitation to question what you might be carrying that no longer serves you. First, I'm not doing everything at once. This one sounds obvious, but it is harder than it seems. As moms, we are natural jugglers. We are used to holding a lot. Home life, kids, schedules, emotions, relationships, work, or business. There is always something that needs attention. But there is a difference between holding responsibilities and trying to make progress in every area at the same time. This year, I am not trying to grow everything simultaneously. I'm not trying to level up my health, my business, my routines, my mindset, my content, and my home systems all at once. That approach almost always leads to overwhelm and self-criticism. Instead, I am allowing focus to rotate. Some seasons will be more business-focused, some will be more rest-focused, some will be more inward. Progress does not require simultaneous improvement everywhere. Second, I am not chasing motivation. We talked about motivation last week, and this is a natural continuation of that conversation. This year, I am not waiting to feel motivated before I take action. Motivation is unpredictable, especially in motherhood. Some days you wake up with energy and clarity. Other days, your nervous system is already maxed out before breakfast. I am not building a plan that depends on me feeling inspired or excited. Instead, I am choosing actions that are doable even on low energy days. That might look like shorter work blocks, simpler content, fewer commitments. I am building in a way that does not require emotional hype to sustain. Third, I am not measuring my worth by productivity. This one takes intentional work. We live in a culture that equates value with output. How much you got done, how much you earned, how visible you were, how fast you moved. This year, I am not using productivity as a measure of my worth. There will be days where very little gets done. There will be weeks that feel quiet. There will be seasons where rest is the priority. That does not mean I am failing. It means I am responding appropriately to my capacity. Fourth, I am not forcing routines that do not fit my life. This is a big one, especially in January. There is so much pressure to create the perfect routine. Morning routines, evening routines, work routines, wellness routines, but routines are meant to support your life, not control it. This year, I am not forcing routines that require my life to cooperate in unrealistic ways. If a routine depends on perfect mornings or uninterrupted time or consistent energy, it is not the right routine for this season. Instead, I am choosing flexible rhythms, loose anchors instead of rigid schedules. Consistency does not have to look the same every day. Fifth, I am not saying yes out of guilt. As moms, we are often conditioned to say yes. Yes to helping, yes to being available, yes to taking on more. This year, I am not saying yes just to avoid discomfort. I'm allowing myself to pause before responding. I'm letting no be a complete sentence. Boundaries are not selfish. They are necessary. Protecting your time and energy allows you to show up better where it actually matters. Sixth, I am not rushing my timeline. This one is important. There is so much pressure to be further along, to have more figured out, to be at a certain level by a certain age or stage. This year, I am not rushing the process. I am letting growth take the time it takes. I'm allowing learning curves. I'm allowing slow progress. I'm allowing space for life to happen alongside business. Urgency is often borrowed from comparison, not reality. Seventh, I am not ignoring my body. This might sound obvious, but it is something many of us do without realizing it. This year, I am not pushing through exhaustion and calling it discipline. I am paying attention to signals. Rest is not a weakness. Listening to your body is not quitting. Your nervous system is part of your capacity. If your body is asking for rest, there is wisdom in that. Here is what I want you to take from this episode. You do not need to simplify your life by doing less of everything. You simplify by doing less of what drains you and more of what sustains you. You get to decide what you are not doing this year. You get to choose what you release. And that choice can create more space than any productivity hack ever could. If you're feeling overwhelmed right now, ask yourself this. What am I doing out of pressure instead of alignment? What could I let go of without everything falling apart? What would it feel like to build from steadiness instead of urgency? You are allowed to choose a simpler approach, not because you cannot handle more, but because you do not have to. If you need support identifying what to release and choosing a simpler way forward this season, there is something waiting for you inside the Balance Mom Boss Hub. And if you love this episode, send it to a mama who needs to hear this. Talk soon, mama.